Well, good morning folks, Jim Wilson here, ornithologist and naturalist with Zegrahm Expeditions, and I'm coming to you from our garden here in Cove in Ireland on a very sunny morning. I always tell folks that the best time to come to Ireland is in April or May. Everything is green, everything is growing, the birds are singing, they're nesting, and I'm just going to take you on a little armchair expedition on the short leisurely walk around the garden of Anne and Jim, and let's see what we can find. Especially I want to talk about the birds, but firstly let's just give you an overview of what's going on here. And I'm just going to turn around the camera now so don't get dizzy while I do that, so you can see what's in the garden. And what have we got here? Our clematis has all come out in the last few days, looking really beautiful. Everything's really starting to spring up now, and our copper beech, the leaves again only out in the last week. And here we have probably the largest patch of rhubarb you're likely to get in this part of the world. I'm on the south coast of Ireland, and at this time of year all our flowers will bloom sooner than other parts further north. These are bluebells, not planted. These are wild. They've been here since before the house, and they are quite stunning now this time of year. And they're often associated with woodlands, but you can actually get them on the coast. And when we do our Wild Ireland with a bit of Britain trips, we actually get to see quite a lot of them on the coast. So now moving along, we've got the pond here. Lots of activity in the pond as well this time of year. We had a lot of frogs in the pond earlier on, and a lot of tadpoles in there now, and we even got the pond skaters skating about. There's one just in around there, if you can use your eagle eye on that. Our water lily is about to come out soon too. And as we move across here, what else have we got? We've got more bluebells, another little pond, always great for the birds, they come and drink. And really wanted to show you here, this time of year in Ireland we get the primroses, and again these were here before the house, and they are just magnificent, beautiful, beautiful. A couple of daisies trying to steal the show there, but our primroses are just magnificent this time of year. Here they are in the morning sun. The primrose, that's where the colour primrose yellow comes from the primrose itself. Our elder is starting to come out. You can just sort of make out the buds and that there. It's a bit out of focus, so I'll keep moving. Again, a few more bluebells catching the light nicely. Really nice, really, really nice. Now the main thing I want to talk to you about this morning as we move through the garden is the birds that we get. And we put out food, peanuts, mainly in these mesh feeders. Here it is with the mesh feeder. You can see the peanuts on this side, and in the background you've got what we call a seed cake or a bird cake. And what it is, it's a lot of seed mixed with fat, and a lot of birds love that too. We even get the robin, the most famous of our garden birds, and of course far prettier than the North American robin, which is of course a thrush. We also have some seeds, Niger seeds, that we put in here. And my bird table, which I designed over the years, I like to have it low so the bigger birds can't get in. They're not good at limbo dancing, and it keeps everything nice and dry too. So I would like to talk about some of the birds that I've been filming here in the garden in the last few days coming to the feeders. First up is the blue tit, beautiful little bird with a blue cap and a white halo. They are very fast around the feeder. They're always looking out for danger. They look like as if they've been speeded up when you see them. They're moving so fast. Beautiful little birds that come to the feeder. Next up would be the coal tit, their cousin. Very distinctive with a white stripe down the back of the head. Some of you may notice that these look a little like your chickadees or maybe your titmice as well. They are very similar sort of birds. Then we have the great tit, the largest of the tit family, which also comes into the feeder. Beautiful birds with a black and white head, lovely big white cheek on the face, and they're a joy to watch at the feeder. Some of the finches then, we have the green finch. Green finch gets its name from its colour. You can see it here on the feeder, staying on the far side but keeping an eye on me while I'm filming it. They are regular at the feeder, the green finch. And I can't forget the goldfinch. We are so lucky to have the goldfinch, the original goldfinch. This is the goldfinch from which the English name of the goldfinches you get in North America and elsewhere in the world comes from. This is the original goldfinch, and it's a beauty with the red face, and they come to the feeders a lot. And finally, one that we are really fortunate to have here in our garden is the bullfinch, one of the biggest, heftiest of the finches we get, and the male is just stunning with the pinky red breast and the black cap and the grey on the back and the mantle. Absolutely fantastic. What a bird to have. The starlings, which some of you are familiar with, I know a lot of the guests that we have on Zegrahm trips don't seem to like the starlings, but they're magnificent birds and they're building their nests at the moment. We've also got then the blackbird, which comes to our garden all the time, and they love to wash. And if you've got little things like little ponds like this and little pools like this one here we have in the garden, my wife Anne Wilson, who you may have travelled with in Europe, she works with Zegrahm sometimes. She actually made this in a former life. She was a potter. And these blackbirds, when they come in, they actually love to give a good wash. And one of Anne's bowls that is out the back of the house is one that they really like. And they get in there and they wash and they wash and they wash some more. Really incredible. Beautiful to watch them. That was a very brief armchair expedition to our garden here in Ireland. And it's a lovely day, and hopefully someday you will be able to come here to this part of the world, and we'll get to show you all the magnificent things that we have all around us here in Ireland. So until then, happy armchair bird watching and stay safe.